Cheater.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 47 of the Lipstick Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Nikki Powell, and alongside me today, as usual, Amanda Kane.
Hi guys, Nikki cheats at video games.
Shut up, I'm not a cheater. And for his first ever Lipstick Nerds appearance, we love that we're having him on here. The fabulous locks, the pixel sunglasses. You know him as @SnarkyStarky on Twitter. This is Trevor.
Hello.
Trevor Starkey.
Hello. I came prepared. Got my lipstick, so I'll go ahead and apply that, hopefully.
So if you've seen Sean Allen's episode, you don't want to apply like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
There we go. Beautiful. Somebody suggested this color for you. Who was it?
So I ended up picking Revlon Certainly Red.
It is, in fact, certainly red.
It is indeed certainly red. Was way easier to apply in a mirror as opposed to from the itty-bitty reverse image of the webcam. I know Amy Gills was suggesting something deep red, and then I got like purples and blacks and various other assortment of colors. But I was like, I'm just gonna go classic.
I like this one.
Certainly red.
She did have that question too. That was one of our questions from @AmyGills89. She said, "What shade of lippy did you use in the end?" So.
Certainly Red by Revlon.
Certainly red.
I love it.
You did pretty good too with using that little webcam picture, with the exception of the corner.
A little bit.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a blotch up there.
I liked your test runs last night. The lip blotting. All girls do that. Actually, I've never done that and had it work. I've always done you're supposed to take toilet paper or tissue or whatever and like blot and to get the excess off, I think, and it always just takes my lipstick off. So I don't know. Whatever.
I made it work.
Awesome. So, Trevor, tell us about you, because I know you. You're a kind of funny best friend. You're more than a kind of funny best friend. You're just a best friend now, because we met through Kind of Funny. Amanda met you through that, too, and through, where did you guys meet?
PAX East is when we formally met.
Yep.
Yeah, at the IGN party. Alex O'Neill introduced us. I'm very big in the Kind of Funny community. Kind of met a whole bunch of people at Kind of Funny Live last year, including Nikki. And right after that, I went and did the Gamescast with Kind of Funny. I was the first Patreon guest on Kind of Funny Games.
You did. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And a lot of people, the coolest thing that came out of that was people who didn't catch that I was a Patreon guest up front, saying in the YouTube comments, oh, I thought this guy was just one of their friends from the industry. And I was
how cool.
It's the best thing I could have hoped for.
I'm a real best friend.
Yeah, so aspiring games person. Right now I work basically in database management for a community foundation. So we give lots of money to scholarships and grants to nonprofit organizations, and I kind of help make sure that the money gets to where it should go.
Nice.
And but on the side, I have TrevorTrove.com, which is my little gaming news editorial website where I taking a page out of Alex O'Neill's book, where he writes something every day. Back in November, I started writing something every day, and I decided to challenge myself and push it one step further, and I publish every day. So
nice.
Yeah, I publish new content, editorial writing, recaps of.
You do even blog type stuff, like day in the life or whatever, because you recap every day that you do an event somewhere.
Yep. I try to do that. Let's Play Live was a trickier situation because I was staying with friends and didn't have the best internet, so it was basically okay, well, a couple days later, here's what my experience was. But, when I can, I'll be going to RTX next week, and I'll try and document my experience there. I do it a lot for the Kind of Funny events in particular, because I know there are so many Kind of Funny fans that can't make it to all those events, and I'm blessed enough to do so. I try and give them at least a hint of what the experience was like, so they can kind of live vicariously until VOD stuff comes out for it.
Yeah, Joey and I kind of took over our Snapchats with Kind of Funny for that weekend. I think we Snapchatted every minute of every day. If it wasn't on mine, it was on hers. If it wasn't on ours, it was on Alex's. And so it's nice to be able to connect with the people that can't come still.
Yeah, that was very much the first time I really got into using Snapchat or Instagram.
Was that weekend?
And then
I think Joey too. I don't know if I'm using this right, but I mean, I'm doing it. I'm you're posting stuff onto your story that's relevant to your life. That's Snapchat. Someone's finding entertainment off of it. It's not just selfies all day.
that's the hope.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Awesome.
Lifelong gamer, nerd.
Welcome to our lives. So we're going to do what we do every week and go over nerdy things that we've been doing. Trevor, you know how this works, so I'll let you go first this week. What have you been doing nerdy recently?
So nerdy things, I was in California last weekend for Let's Play Live. That was a lot of fun. Basically went just for a quick turnaround trip to see friends like Joey and some of the other kind of funny friends, and also kind of turned it into a trip to hang out with some actual like from college friends that live out there, and tried to, because in a former life I did theater a lot, and so I went to school for theater and have a lot of friends that moved out to LA to try and become actors and stuff, and a couple of them are doing okay, but most of them kind of became professional waiters or admin positions and stuff. So but I was hanging out with a couple of my friends out there from college that I see every now and then, but don't get extended time with, so that was a lot of fun getting to kind of catch up with them and see a lot of them. Games-wise, I've been playing Doom and Overwatch, and Doom I really enjoy as somebody who grew up, and like Doom was one of the kind of the classic first initial forays into gaming. Back as when I was a young child. I heard a lot of good things about it, and I was like, oh well, I mean, I liked Doom back in the day because it was like violent, but it was also like super pixelated violent, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be a big fan of like the super more realistic gore of today, but it's just so over the top that it's just laughably funny. So I've been really enjoying that and the fast-paced nature of that game. And then I've been playing Overwatch, and Overwatch I'm not like, the game itself doesn't wow me in pretty much any aspect. I'm not much of a competitive first-person shooter ever, but I'm like playing it so I can hang out with Alex or Danny Juarez, various friends from the Kind of Funny family, and so I like hop on and play with them for a couple hours every now and then. And that's pretty much the only reason I got the game, was to play with them, since they were all, since everybody, you guys included, seemed to be having so much fun with it.
Yeah, the only reason that I would have picked it up is to play with Amanda, and I'm not playing anything too much right now, so I don't. I almost had my own copy when she forgot hers a few weeks ago, but
I saw that. Yeah.
I know, Brad.
Came back to get it.
Made her turn around, yeah.
Right.
I imagine I will be diving into Lego Star Wars Force Awakens this week when it comes out, so that's kind of the next.
That looks pretty funny.
The next one on my radar. I'm a big fan of the Lego games.
We've played all of the Lego Batman games, and those are pretty fun. We haven't gotten into the other ones. I think we did have Lego Harry Potter once, and that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's I think that's the big like TV-wise. I'm a couple episodes into Orange is the New Black, the new season.
So good.
Good. Since it launched while I was in LA for Let's Play Live, I missed like the initial binge window, but I'm catching it up slowly.
One of my poor friends, by Monday afternoon, somebody, or like 4 people on her Twitter had spoiled it for her, and I just was heartbroken for her.
I started to unfollow a couple people because they started posting a lot of stuff for it last weekend. I was like, okay, mute for now. I'll come back to you.
We can be friends in a week when I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I'm doing. Then kind of my daily nerdiness of writing for my site.
Good stuff. Nice list.
Thanks.
Amanda.
Are we on season 5 of Orange is the New Black?
4.
This is 4.
Season 4. Okay, I think I'm still on season 3. Either 2 or 3. I don't remember.
Oh,
I'm very behind. Yeah, but like, I was watching it, and then someone would walk in, and I'd be like, "Hi." Like, I'm just watching this. No
I'm not watching a lesbian porn, I swear.
It's not weird. It's fine. It's a good show.
That's the best porn that I've ever seen. It's got the greatest plot line. I mean, come on.
True. A little too much talking, but okay.
A little too much talking in the middle.
Debatable.
What have I been doing? I've been working. That's not really that nerdy. I've been playing.
You're working at a game company, so it's totally nerdy.
Yeah, I guess it is nerdy. It's pretty nerdy. We actually announced the official launch date of the game, or rather release date of the game, which was awesome. Like, we've gotten really good feedback for that. So the game comes out on August 2nd of this year, so about a month away. And it's really exciting. So we've also been prepping for RTX, because we're going to RTX next week. and I'm going to see Trevor there. Yay! So that's all I'm going to be working.
And which game is this, Amanda? For new viewers?
Yeah, so that's true. The game is called Livelock. It is a top-down co-op shooter similar to, I think, Gauntlet Legends, except sci-fi with robots and guns. It's pretty solid.
That's a good elevator pitch.
And then, let's see, what else have I been doing? Oh, I've been playing Uncharted, so Nikki would be proud.
Yay!
I put up a poll, and I don't know if
Uncharted... I voted in it.
Yeah, and I'm sure you voted for Uncharted, and then I'm sure you, like, grabbed someone else's phone and voted for Uncharted, too. You, like, found a stranger, and you're like, you want Twitter? Get your phone.
Twitter 4G just for this.
And so I made the poll, and it was, like, between Dishonored, Uncharted, and Skyward Sword, and Dishonored and Uncharted were really close, and I'm not really sure ultimately who won, but Uncharted was already in my room when I came home, so I was like, guess I'm playing that one.
Won by default either way.
But it's really good. Like, I like it so far, and when I first started it, when I initially picked it up, I wasn't a fan, just because, like, I had played Prince of Persia, and I had terrible Prince of Persia flashbacks. So I ended up buying the PS4 remastered edition, and I'm actually really... Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw my name on a Twitter thing. What? And I'm like, I really, really like it. I think it plays... To me, it plays smoother. I don't even know if they changed any of the controls, or if I just, like, grew up a little bit since I tried playing it the first time, but... So it makes me happy. I'm liking it.
I think they actively went and redesigned at least the first game to mirror more of the second and the third. But yeah, I think they touched up the controls on that.
Okay. Because it definitely did feel different. Like, it was playing different. Aside from that, I don't think I've been doing much because I sleep when I come home because I drive so far. I don't know. I hung out with Nikki yesterday.
We
did.
That counts.
Yay.
We got my wedding dress, and Amanda got a very beautiful bridesmaid's dress. So, yes. 2 more things to check off my list.
Woohoo!
Yeah, definitely not nerdy, but totally awesome.
No, totally nerdy.
I'm going to embroider a Batman symbol directly onto the center of the chest of my gown, so it'll be perfect.
Oh my god. You know how the guys do that for all the weddings? We should do it instead.
I'm going to. Oh, for the girls?
Yeah.
The girls will have t-shirts underneath their dresses.
Yeah, we'll just, like, pull on t-shirts real quick. Or, like, we can get,
I should get everybody Justice League t-shirts to get ready in. That way each person has a different shirt. That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
There you go.
The other girls will hate it.
Behind the scenes while everybody's getting their hair done.
Yeah.
Like
the Justice League.
Kelly will be fine with it, yeah. Everyone else will be like, why do I have to wear this? Like, I don't want this. Somebody will be like, can I have a Spider-Man shirt? And I'm going to be like, get out.
Okay, wait. Time out. What shirt are you getting me?
I don't know. What shirt do you want?
No, you have to pick.
No, but what shirt do you want?
But no, you have to pick.
I'd give you Iron Man. No, wait, that's not duh.
What the fuck? Get out. Just go.
The Flash.
Thank you.
Well, because you're a redhead, and that would be cute.
Because you have red hair.
You got the red hair. Yeah, see, Kelly can be Superman because she's the first maid of honor, and then Emily's the second one, so she can have Green Lantern, I guess. Hal Jordan was blonde. Emily's blonde. That works. And then, yeah, we'll go from there.
What good logic.
Right?
We have to relate it to the other bridesmaids. You are Hal Jordan because you guys have similar-ish hair.
Yeah, your hair is red and it matches the Flash's suit, so... Also, I like the Flash a lot. So
it's not about character traits; it's about style.
It is. Okay, so we're going. Oh wait, I didn't say what I've been doing. I haven't really been doing anything. I got like 3 more chapters into Uncharted. It's coming to an end, and I was ready to sit and finish it for the rest of the day, but I got really freaking hungry, so I had to stop.
Do you know about what chapter you're at?
19.
You were going really slow with this one.
I know. I spent 8 hours.
Yes, you are near the end then if you're at 19.
Yeah, I looked up how many chapters, and I'm really close. Yeah. So it's there. I'm gonna finish it before we go to the lake today. So when we're done here, that's my goal, is to go and sit and finish it because I have 3 hours. I better be able to finish it in 3 hours. What else?
Well, when you're done, feel free to go check out the spoiler cast I did with Alex O'Neill over at Irrational Passion.
I have been waiting to go.
It's 3 hours, so.
Oh, God damn it! Never mind.
Build that into your day too.
It'll take me all week to listen to that. Yeah, I binged Orange Is the New Black, which was awesome. I cried. I laughed. Good show. That's about it. Nothing else.
You're so exciting.
I know, right? My life. Don't you want to live it? All right, we'll jump right into questions. At Rodriguez_Jims on Twitter says, "What do my Bay Area buds think about this beer?" And he posted a picture of Hell or High Watermelon.
So,
go for it.
I got this because I don't drink beer. I drank Hell or High Watermelon. I'm pretty sure that was the first classy beer that I've ever had, because up until that point I've been like, ew, Labatt Blue tastes disgusting. I hate beer. This is what I associate all beer with now. And so I had that for Beyond 300, I think, and it's delicious. I love Hell or High Watermelon. I actually enjoy beer because of Hell or High Watermelon. Boom, that's my story.
It is pretty good. I'm not a beer fan either, and I try everything. I did a beer fest where I went and I tried every single beer that they had, just because I'm bound to determine that there's going to be one that I'm like, nah, this isn't bad. I like it. I can deal with that. And Shock Top Tangerine Wheat is pretty good, but the Hell or High Watermelon is really awesome. It's really refreshing. And if you get it in the can, because it looks like you bought the 6-pack or whatever it is, they sell it they sell it at Safeway here at least. You have to get a watermelon, because you have to put it in a glass, and you have to put the watermelon slice on it, because that's just how it's served. You need to do that. So it's really good.
I'm not a Bay Area person, but when I go to San Francisco, I do 21st Amendment, and it's a choice beer. So I approve.
Pretty delicious. I've heard really good things about Back in Black, too, and their IPA. I can't remember what the name of it is, but they've got an all-around good beer selection.
We have really good cider, too. The Bay Area has really good cider.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Sonoma County has one. I think it's called Ace.
Ace is fucking delicious. That is my favorite cider.
They also have a pear cider and a pumpkin spice cider during the fall.
They also have blackberry, pineapple, pear, apple, pumpkin, and one other, I think. If you go to Bevmo, you can get the whole variety pack.
Mix and match, yeah, okay. Awesome. I didn't know they had the other ones. I thought they had the blackberry, but I haven't tried it yet. But I know that their apple and their pear and pumpkin are really good.
The blackberry and the pear, I think, are my favorites. The pineapple's okay. It's kind of weird, pineapple cider. But
G tried, what was it? Is it Sam Adams? Another brand had a watermelon beer, and he really liked it. And he's like, honestly, I think this is better than 21st Amendment. And I told him he was being blasphemous and to stop talking.
If it was Sam Adams, it's possible, because they're out of Massachusetts, and Sam Adams beer is fucking delicious.
Yeah. I think it was Sam Adams.
Another really good, the Bay Area in Massachusetts, spot on beer.
Yeah. I mean, it smelled good. I couldn't taste it at the time, but he said it was really good. Okay.
Do you miss it, Nikki? Do you miss drinking? Yeah.
Actually, I was at Ladies' Night the other night for one of my girlfriends at her salon, and they were drinking champagne, and it was a new one that I'd never had, and a little bit of me was like, oh, I want to try it, but I'm not I need booze. It doesn't sound good. Nothing like that sounds good. Beer smells, disgusting. So it's pretty easy to stay away from it.
That's good.
Yeah. My Shirley Temple at Kind of Funny Live 2 was fantastic. So, I don't know. I didn't really need any vodka in there. Let's see. Nidu, good friend of the show, at Able_88, says, have you guys been following Mighty Number 9? What are your thoughts on the game and the Kickstarter in general? So, I haven't. I just heard that it was a thing.
I mean, yeah, I've been following the news on it and the troubled development and delayed cycles. I don't kickstart all that much. I did kickstart the Bloodstained game that kind of capitalized, I think, on Mighty Number 9 this week by like releasing their E3 demo and saying, "Hey, no, our game's in good shape. Don't worry about it." But yeah, everything I'm seeing about Mighty Number 9, as somebody who grew up with like the Mega Man games, looks very disappointing. I haven't played it myself. I don't really have much of an interest in kind of diving into it. But yeah, it sounds like they had a rough go of it and didn't really know what they were getting into when they kind of launched everything. As one of, I think, the earlier successes, they kind of, when they started hitting all their goals, they started adding all these stretch goals and everything, and without compensating or taking time to kind of figure out what they were going to actually need to do to do all of that. And I think the game probably suffered as a result.
That sucks. Yeah, I've never kickstarted anything. There was a guy one time that was kickstarting making a potato salad, and he would like send you a sample or whatever if he hit like $100 or something, and I kind of wanted to kickstart that just because I thought it was funny.
A lot of people did, and he made like $1 million.
He did, and he had a lot of freaking potato salad.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I kickstarted a board game. It was Red Dragon Inn, the 5th expansion. It comes with a box that's big enough to hold everything that they've ever made for the game, plus more, which means they're only going to make more. Nice. And it was really cool. I don't know. And then I did an Indiegogo once, and I got fucked because I never got the product. So there's that. Yeah.
I kickstarted the Reading Rainbow campaign. Got a whole bunch of like Reading Rainbow swag.
Cool.
A couple years ago.
Did you have a LeVar Burton mug?
Yes, yeah. In my Tom's Tea Time parody.
Yes.
I used my Reading Rainbow mug for that.
I remember that. I'm like, I know you have something Reading Rainbow. I know I saw it somewhere. Where was that from?
Yeah.
That was pretty great.
Little 8-bit like video game style Reading Rainbow stuff. I've got like a mug. I've got a shirt. I've got a tote bag.
That's cool.
PBS tote bag,
of course.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I haven't really kept up. The only stuff I know about Mighty Number 9 is what Colin rants about on PS I Love You and whatever.
Yeah, so. he's been unimpressed.
Yeah.
He keeps saying he doesn't hate it, but then everything he says about it says he hates it.
Yeah, it sounds like he hates it. It sounds like he wants to like it and he wishes that he liked it. He just
doesn't want to call it a bad game, but he will tell you everything that's wrong with the game.
AKA it's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to finish the question from Amy. The last half of it says, if you could choose one game world to live in, what would it be?
Oh, I saw that one, and I was thinking, like maybe a Final Fantasy for Magic, but no, I'll probably die in that world. And then, like, pretty much every world I started to think of, I was like, no, I would die there. So I finally landed on...
Even The Sims, you're going to get stuck in a pool at some time.
God is going to remove the ladder, and I won't be able to climb out.
What if you're God of your own Sims?
Yes. Ooh.
Dang.
Right? It's just got real Inception-y.
Ultimately, I land on Pokemon. I think that is a world that would be fun to live in. I can opt in or out of the whole Pokemon training experience, but I'm also not going to immediately die by a million things trying to kill me.
And your Pokemon don't die. You guys just black out.
Exactly.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
Like you're just in the woods, blacked out. It's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Eventually you make it to a Poké Center. I don't know how you get healed, but your Pokemon do.
Yep.
That's great.
That is a good world.
I don't know. I think I immediately jumped to like Harry Potter because I'd want a wand, and that would be fun. And to like fly on a broomstick. Shut up.
You can die.
To be Grace. So you can die in any world. I just thought of another one that would be cool, and then I forgot it. Yeah, I think I'd go with Harry Potter.
But what if you're not a wizard in the world of Harry Potter?
Yeah, what if you're just a muggle?
Then that would
already living in Harry Potter's world, Nikki. We're just all muggles. We just don't know.
Don't hit me with that reality, okay? I'm still waiting for my letter.
I mean, I think you've aged out of the Hogwarts program at this point.
You know what? There's still hope for my child, okay?
But technically, someone looked it up, and like something was happening to the Ministry of Magic when we were born. Oh. So our owls were lost.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
When you guys were born, sure. Not me.
So you're just a muggle.
Yep. That's absolutely.
I think, yeah. I just thought Little Big Planet might be fun, but then you die a lot in Little Big Planet. But you come back real quick.
I
I
don't know. Trevor stole Pokemon, and that was really good.
Well, you can say Pokemon too. It's just...
No, I can't. That's cheating. That's cheating.
Go Digimon.
Yes, I'd like to live in the digital world, please.
I want to live in Journey. That'd be fun.
That'd be very peaceful.
Very peaceful. Yeah. It'd probably get pretty boring pretty quick. Like all by yourself. Well, no, because there's other people.
Yeah.
I want to live in Journey as long as I have online connectivity.
I'm specifying that I need online connectivity, please.
Yeah. How else are you gonna make friends?
Yeah. Oh, I see the Journey scarf in the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Little PSX paraphernalia up there.
Nice.
I put it up there when it's not winter, and then in the winter I actually wear it. So one of the ladies at work was like, "That's a beautiful scarf. Did you make it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. Totally knitted that." Lies.
I still don't know. I'm trying to think of like games that I've played recently where it's like, oh yeah, I would totally live in that world. And I honestly can't think of anything. Breath of Fire might be kind of cool. Haven't played it yet. Or oh god. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna let it go. Just never mind. I'm not living anywhere. I'm rejected from Buddhism. You have a planet all by yourself. Go find No Man's Sky. Go. Breath of the Wild would be kind of cool, I think. It hasn't come out yet, but there's so much space. And it's a Zelda game, so everything's like cutely graphics and kind of like sort of choppy looking.
So all the cute things will kill you?
Yeah, all the cute things will kill me. It's cool.
But you can beat them off with like a stick, so
yes.
It can't be that hard.
And plenty of hearts around.
After I light the stick on fire, if I want to save the stick, I can still put it in my pocket, and somehow it's out of fire. It's like not on fire anymore, and I'm not on fire, so it's good.
Is that confirmed for Breath of the Wild, or is that just an Ocarina of Time thing?
I think I saw them do it.
I think it's just a Zelda thing.
If I can't do that, then I'm going back to Ocarina of Time. That's my rule.
Gio was always mad at me when I was playing Ocarina of Time because I'm like, this isn't even possible. It's not logical that you can like light the stick on fire. Like, how is that? Physics doesn't even say it's okay. And he's like, yeah.
Well, also, if you play a 6-note song, you're not going to turn back time. So.
Yeah, there's also not a giant tree in the middle of a forest that will like give you special powers and open up to
the best dad. Best dad.
I can't believe, who did we forget? Somebody tweeted us that we forgot some.
Didn't Miranda say?
Ethan from Heavy Rain.
Oh yeah. Miranda was like, I can't believe I forgot.
We forgot Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is his name Ethan or Jason?
His
name's Ethan.
Jason is the kid.
Yeah, he screamed Jason. Okay, I can't remember.
For himself, Jason. What?
Hello.
Still here.
Yeah, we forgot that last week. That was memorable. I don't know if he's a good dad. Well, he searched for his kid.
Yeah, after he lost one.
After he lost him, yeah.
I'm like, I haven't finished the game, so like, is he a good dad? I mean, he kind of lost his kid.
Well, I mean, it depends on how good of a dad you make him at that, really.
Yeah. Depends on how good of a dad you are.
The scripted portion of the game that is like locked, he loses a son, so.
No. So far, not looking good.
Yeah. No, I was a pretty bad dad because I was like.
It's a pretty solid 1 for 2 there.
I was still not too used to and really good at games, so I was fumbling around my controls and like, I just every time you had a challenge, I screwed it up really bad. So he was just the worst possible dad he could be. Whatever. All right, next question comes from @CrashJordan on Twitter. It says, Trevor, how many pair of Pixel sunglasses do you own?
I have 8 pairs total. It started with and this goes into, I think Christian asked.
Christian actually had this question,
yeah. How the look started. My first Loot Crate that I got in January of last year had like the theme was retro, and they had Loot Crate themed Pixel glasses, and I don't wear sunglasses all that much, even though I live in Arizona. But I use them to keep my hair out of my face, and so I just kind of threw that on, and then would occasionally find them at like a couple other places, and I was like, oh, hey, I can like throw on a new pair. Give myself some variety. So yeah, I have 8 total pairs, but 2 of them are broken. Like the rim, like right here, has like snapped on both of them, so I can't actually wear them anymore, and haven't bothered to like try and repair them or anything because they're just cheap $5 prices. But yeah, 8 total pairs. I've picked them up at like things like PAX South. There's a gaming and music museum in Seattle that I picked up a pair or 2 at. And then I've gotten a couple of pairs as like gifts from people, which has been really cool.
It's like your thing now. Like Miranda last week, she has her yellow Star Trek hat, and that's like her thing, and people recognize her from her Star Trek hat. And when she didn't have it, she was like, people didn't know. They were like, oh my god, I totally forgot who you were for a second because I didn't see your hat. So it's like your sunglasses are like your thing. Like everyone knows Trevor and his sunglasses, whether you're wearing them or they're on your head.
Yeah, definitely. Starting at PSX last year, I made a conscious effort to have kind of a uniform look when I go out to shows and events, which is my nerdy glasses, my sports coat, a nerdy shirt of some kind, and then slacks or jeans. So
it's something that, hey, that's
what Trevor Trove brand.
It's always with my leggings usually. Like I have either Batman or Harley or some kind of crazy galaxy. Like it was the leggings for a long while there. Like having a thing is really nice.
No, it helps. I mean, like especially for events like that where I only see people 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah.
It helps keep me in their head. So like when I see somebody from IGN at PAX East, they're like, oh hey, yeah, you were at PSX. Cool, great seeing you.
Yeah, I had a bunch of people come up to me and they're like, I think I saw you at like Beyond 300 or way back, and you were wearing the Harley leggings, right? Because you're wearing them today. That's you, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. I think Amanda's is her bag.
Yeah, my Zelda bag.
Her Zelda bag, yeah.
Actually, mine's also like the wild card. Like, will Amanda show up today? Will Amanda show up today? Will Amanda? I'm just like,
very true.
Yeah. Hi, Nikki. Where's Amanda? I'm like, I'm here. Love me.
Don't worry. I'll ask Amanda where Nikki is at RTX next week.
No, you can't do that. You have to ask me where I am. That's how that works.
Hey, Amanda, where's Amanda?
Or, hi, Nikki, where's G? And I'm like, God damn it. He's only here for like 30 seconds every time we do something. Everyone loves it more than me.
No, that's not true. I mean, like,
debatable.
Almost as much.
Debatable. Okay, next question from @StokeDanny on Twitter. Our lovely Danny, our bae. He says, what kind of shampoo and conditioner do you use to keep your hair so fluffy? I love this. So I'm going through questions, and I'm like, video game related, beer related, movie related, hair product. Bam. It's right up our alley.
Yeah. Do you guys want to go first?
No, you go. This is your question. We'll answer after.
It's I'm sure very disappointing, but I just use I think it's Dove. I don't even know because I don't care enough to really know. It's I got whatever the big shampoo and conditioner were from Costco. It wasn't a Costco brand. I did actually go with the name brand, but I think it's Dove. It's either Dove or Suave. I've used either of those in the past, and that's pretty much it.
Suave Starkey.
Suave Starkey. Yeah. And I don't even shampoo and condition all that much. Maybe like a couple times a week. Other than that, it's just I hop out of the shower, shake my hair out, and it becomes this.
Yeah, and you don't use product or anything, right?
Nope. No, my hair overwhelms product anytime I try and use it. Even when it's like shorter and weaker, it still like does its own thing. I could throw like a bottle of gel in there or something, and it will say, nope, we're doing this instead. So I gave up on that a while ago. So yeah, just the sunglasses to basically keep it out of my face. That's the biggest product I use.
That's a key element, though, of your hair product usage.
It is. Yeah. So sorry for the disappointing answer, Danny.
No, I like it. It's a very good answer that many people can be like, oh, okay, I can use that. I can switch it up.
Yeah.
You know, it's not some like specialty like $40 a bottle brand. Like other people will get there. Amanda, what do you use?
Quite a few things.
Let me show you my shower.
Yeah, hang on, let's go on a tour.
Right.
Because my hair is dyed, I started off using Herbal Essence, the kind that's safe for colored hair, and it also smells delicious. Like it's like my favorite smell.
Oh, Herbal Essence smells really good.
I know. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe there's something better. So I used that. And I also use a bunch of Lush products. No surprise there. There is this bar, it's brand new that Lush has, and it's just a conditioner bar, and it's called Jungle, and oh my god, it smells amazing, because after you use it, the smell stays in your hair for like 3 days. It's so good. Like, my hair is like obviously off to one side, and like when it's not even near my face, I can smell it. So it's like, oh, this is awesome.
I need it.
And then
one next time.
Okay. And then I actually just got into Bumble and Bumble, which is something my hairdresser was using, and I was like, that smells really good. And she's like, yes, it's actually very, very good for you. So I picked up that, and that was my $75 shampoo experience. Shampoo and conditioner experience. So, but it smells really good, and their conditioner has like a little bit of oil in it, so it's really healthy for your hair.
Nice.
So yeah, my shower's a little occupied.
Oh, you don't even want to see mine. I have a lot of things. So, I used to work at a salon, so I used to use Aveda Dry Remedy shampoo and like some volumizing shampoo and Dry Remedy conditioner and mix it up, because my hair is really thin and doesn't do anything obviously, and I have no body, so I have to like poof it up, but then if I do that my ends are really gross, so I use something smoothing to like smooth them out, but I don't use it anymore. I use Redken's All Soft, and I buy those big giant liters when they have the liter for 15 sale at Ulta, so I can get 2 liters for $30, which is really nice, and has like the pump on it and stuff. But I switch it up because you're not supposed to use the same shampoo and conditioner all the time, so I mix it up with the mane and tail. It used to be used for horses, and now they promote it to be used for people. It's supposed to make your hair long and luscious, and I'm trying to grow this crap out. But then I also use a purple shampoo from Lush called Daddy-O, because when I love it. When I was coloring my hair, as you can see, I'm not anymore. Purple takes out like the yellowy in the blonde and turns it more of like a silvery blonde. So I would take like a huge handful of that purple shampoo and just leave it there for like 20 minutes, and I'd come out of the shower with like a lavender streak here or there, which was kind of fun for like the next day or two until I washed it again. So I do like treatments like that. And then Lush also has a volumizing shampoo that has sea salt and lemon in it called Big, and that's really good for like I need to do my hair, I'm going out, whatever, I need a lot of volume, and I don't care if it's a little drying, because it actually doesn't dry your hair out, which is really nice. But yeah, Lush has a lot of really good shampoos. So I just mix it up. I think G has like 2 things in the shower. He's got like Head and Shoulders and like Old Spice like body wash, and then every other surface in there is taken up by my shampoo or a scrub from Lush.
Yep, got the shaving cream. I've got like 4 different kinds of soaps. Like 2 different shampoos, 2 different conditioners. Like that's all. It's a face wash.
I just threw away a shampoo today that was a really old purple shampoo that I had, because I don't like it. Leaves like a residue, like it feels gross and weird on my hair, and then I have to use another shampoo to wash the residue out, so I feel like I'm doubling it up, but the Lush one doesn't do that, so I threw the big giant one out and kept my Lush one. So, yeah, that's the lipstick portion of this podcast. I like how your answer was like short, sweet, to the point, and ours is like 45 minutes long.
Yeah, I commend you ladies for the nonsense you do.
Right? You don't even want to know how many hairbrushes I used when I blow dry.
Oh, yeah.
3. I used 3.
That is 3 more than I ever used.
I want to brush your hair out and see how it looks, like a nice fro. Or
have you ever straightened your hair, Trevor?
Yeah, I was telling somebody this at Kind of Funny Live.
I was there.
Straightened it. Was it you? Yeah. So the first time we ever straightened my hair was it was probably about this length actually. We were doing Oklahoma in my high school musical, and it was like tech day. And so they were just setting up the lights and sound and making sure everything worked there. And so a couple girls brought in their flat irons, and it took 2 girls with 2 flat irons 2 hours to straighten my hair, because there's a lot of layers underneath and everything. Yeah, I looked like they said I looked like a cross between Kurt Cobain and Fabio. There's a more recent one from, well, more recent, but it's still like probably eight or 9 years ago now, from college, where we straightened it like again in a theater late one night, and I look more like Garth from Wayne's World. One of my friends actually had like a Wayne's World hat on hand, so we took a picture. I can send that to you because I got it on my Facebook or something. So yeah, I looked kind of, yeah. I don't like how it looks, but it has been done.
Joey and I wanted to straighten it one day because she and I have got some pretty powerful straighteners. We're like, it would take us less than 2 hours. I guarantee it. Like 30 minutes tops, and we can have you looking fabulous.
Well, we'll keep that in mind for PSX.
Right? I want to do it. That'd be awesome.
Oh, God.
All right, next question comes from @Jushin on Twitter. If I don't follow Rooster Teeth, should I be excited for RTX? So I have this question because I don't. I mean, not really. Like, I don't really follow Rooster Teeth. I don't really know much about them. So, like, would RTX be something if I had the money and the energy to go? Like, would I go and be happy, or would I not know what was going on? Because there's other things that are going on, right? It's not just Rooster Teeth the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, especially now that they've got like the whole Let's Play family of people going on. You've got Kinda Funny there, has a couple panels. Screw Attack, Funhouse is there. So if you follow any of those guys, I imagine you can probably find some things to do. But honestly, for me, it is very much like the event is a background to me going out and hanging out with people like Zyger and Kaylee from the Kinda Funny community. I wasn't planning on going because I don't follow Rooster Teeth. I've seen some of their videos here and there, but not to the extent that I would consider myself a Rooster Teeth fan. And I wasn't planning on going earlier this year, but like at Kinda Funny Live, I was like, I don't want to have to deal with not seeing these people again for a few months. So
any excuse to hang out with your friends.
They gave me a little like 10% off voucher for a ticket. Sure, I'll go. I'll make it work. I can make it work. Nice. I can take a day off work and go fly out and crash with those guys and hang out with them. And I imagine, like, I think like Zyger's a pretty big Rooster Teeth fan, so he might be really engaged. But like a couple of us others that are going might just spend most of the weekend hanging out and maybe catching a panel here or there. So I'm excited about it because I'm going to get to see friends that I only get to see a few times a year. As far as like going and seeing the content, I don't know. I imagine there will be stuff that's fun to do there. It is a bit of a convention, so I mean, like, yeah, you're going to be there with your game, Amanda, so, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, there are games to play. That's basically, I'm guessing, from what I gather, it's basically like a mini PAX kind of thing.
Nice. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's probably like a mini PAX, because there's a lot of stuff where we go, but we only do, like, it's only press, whereas this is actually player facing, so it's like, okay, it's got to be like a mini PAX, like, we're bringing swag and all that stuff to give away, so people are definitely going to have the opportunity to get a bunch of stuff from booths, so they're definitely going to get to play games, which is cool. But I personally don't follow Rooster Teeth either, just because I'm like really lazy. No, I don't know, not lazy, but like I'm so behind on everything. Like I don't have enough time to keep up with half the stuff I'm doing, let alone half the stuff what other people are doing. So, wow, that sounded really self-centered. I didn't mean it that way.
No,
it's the same thing. Yeah.
Very much as I've been creating more of my own content, I find myself very unable to consume other people's content. And it sucks. I try and like, check in with friend shows like your guys' show as often as I can, but there are definitely not enough hours in the day to really catch it more as I'm getting busier and busier. So, no, I totally understand.
When I was commuting 2 hours a day, I had plenty of time to catch up on podcasts. Like, I was in a drought. I didn't have anything to listen to because I finished it all in 3 days, and now I'm like, I listen to it in the morning. I've got half an hour from the time I get up to the time I get to work. I don't have time to consume everything. It takes me 2 days to get through a podcast, and I have other things going on, which sucks, so I've had to cut back on the ones that I don't find absolute necessities, but if you follow enough people online, you get what's going on with them, and you get their opinions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, like I know Frank, who lives out here in Arizona with me, he's a big Rooster Teeth fan, and he's super excited and will probably be super excited about the Rooster Teeth component, but I think he's also going to be excited to hang out with the Kind of Funny family as well.
Yeah. I think if it was something that was closer, like if for some reason Rooster Teeth happened in San Francisco, I would go just to be able to hang out with friends. Like, I don't need to go to the event. I'm debating this year for PSX just not going to the event because I will be 9.5 months pregnant. And EA told everyone either they're carting me around in a wheelchair or they'll take turns carrying me because I cannot walk that floor. Like, I can't do it in normal shape, let alone like that. But I just want to see everyone. So it's like if I can go down and hang out in a hotel for the weekend and just meet up with everyone for dinner, I'm okay with that. So it's like if you're in the area and you don't have the money to go, hang out with everyone still, at least, you know, go see friends, go make new friends. Like, that's what I would do.
That's, I don't know, I don't remember who it was that asked the question, but I mean, like, follow me or Zyger, I'm sure we'll be tweeting out, you know, where we are and everybody, like, I try and always be like super welcoming and invite people along. I met like a ton of new people at Kind of Funny Live, met some new people at Let's Play Live. So yeah, I love kind of bringing new Kind of Funny friends into the fold.
I do too.
And I'll be in one place most of the day, so if you want to find me, that's where I'll be.
Go see Amanda without me. My life.
Without me.
Christian also says, I get to hear about the kinds of games you play and all that kind of stuff, but what kind of music do you jam to? That's a good question. What kind of music do you like, Trevor?
I'm not a big music person. I grew up playing music. I was a drummer in like elementary school all through high school. Was in like the marching band drum line and stuff, but I've never. I was also briefly in a band, and
you look like a band kind of guy.
This was never our official name. I was only in it for like 3 months. I was basically an interim drummer for them, but for the brief time we were there, we were called Moppy and the In-Laws. Moppy was me.
I was about to say, were you Moppy?
I was Moppy, and then like the bass player was married to the guitarist's sister, and the guitarist was married to the rhythm guitarist's sister. So the three of them were like in-laws with one another. And weirdly, I think I'd had like dates with both of the girls involved at some point. It was a very incestuous little group.
Awkward.
Yeah, a little awkward. But yeah, that's my like the extent of my music. I listen to musicals a lot because of my theater background. So like right now I'm listening to a lot of Hamilton, which I love. The theater that I am on the board of directors for here in the Phoenix area just opened our production of American Idiot last night. It was a very good angry rock show, angsty 90s rock, or 2000s I guess, for that show. So yeah, I listen to a lot of musicals. And then for the most part, I'll just listen to whatever like top 40s are on the radio. I don't seek out music. So like when people are like, "Oh, you need to listen to this person," I'm like, "Okay," or I won't.
Yeah, I feel the same. If it comes on and I like it, but I don't like spend all day searching through music that is from the same people that I like. If I happen to, I listen to Pandora all day at work, so I have a bunch of artists that I know that I like already that are on my iPod. So then whatever is similar or whatever new comes out from them runs through. And if I like it, then I'll go buy it, and I don't mind because I don't buy that much music. So it's like paying the $1.30 or whatever, and iTunes isn't that bad for me.
Yeah.
So, but I like a lot of stuff.
I'll listen to a lot of video game music too. Like I love the Undertale soundtrack, nice. Even though I haven't like finished Undertale the game. Like the music in that's great. I love pretty much any Final Fantasy music I can find, orchestrations and whatnot. So
nice.
Yeah.
And so if you've been listening to this podcast, you know that I grew up in Syracuse, New York. And if you know anything about Syracuse, New York, they are a hardcore metalcore scene. So I grew up listening to hardcore and metalcore and then like emo music and all of that stuff. Because Earth Crisis came from Syracuse, and they were big. And then from there, I guess I've kind of like stemmed to everything. Like that's not necessarily my main go-to music, especially not metalcore. But I guess I kind of like grew out of that, and now I actually like seeking out new music. I really like when people recommend music to me. It's weird though. I guess my tastes are weird. I could say that for the most part, the only thing I don't really listen to is country music, and I don't.
I'll change that.
Yeah, no, good luck with that, dear. And the only thing, I mean, some of it's okay. Like, I can get behind some of it, and I don't listen to a lot of rap. I like Childish Gambino. I like Logic.
Childish Gambino is one of the 3 concerts I've been to in my life.
Yeah.
Weird Al and Bare Naked Ladies are the other 2.
Nice. Wow. My friend just went to a Three Doors Down concert, and I'm like so jealous.
So yeah, I love music. If you have music suggestions, send them my way because while I'm not listening to podcasts, I'm listening to music. And 95% of the time I'm listening to music. Sorry. I talk to people all day, and I listen to people talk all day, so the only thing I want to do is, like, just background noise. Like, I don't want to have to be like, oh shit, what just happened in that conversation, and, like, rewind it to go find out. I just want background noise.
I can't work without music. The girl that trained me, she can't have music on to, like, do anything, so it was really quiet the entire time she was training me. I'm like, this is really unnerving, and I don't like it, and it makes me uncomfortable. And so as soon as she left, I was like, I can do Pandora, right? She's like, yeah, go ahead. So I turned on Pandora, and now I have like 45 artists that it just cycles through because I need something. I need something in the background. I don't care what it is. It can be classical music. It can be whatever. I would always get really excited in school when the teacher was like, okay, well, it's like silent study time, and I'm going to put music on really quiet because everyone was good today, but if you start talking, I'm going to turn it off. And I'm like, everybody shut up. Music. I don't care what it is. She needs something. Okay, I don't know if this next one, I don't know if it's like a joke between you guys or something.
Is this Jacob Lightly?
Yeah, probably.
His Game of the Year stuff?
Yes, he says he's been playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and Super Mario on Nintendo GameCube and PS2. So I don't know if that's supposed to be haha or like what.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. So, because you guys did the Irrational Passions Game of the Year stuff, right?
We did.
Yes.
Yeah, so as did I, and as did Jacob, and our other friend Cameron.
Did he just like play those this year?
And all of his top games for 2015, like none of them came out in 2015. So I gave him a lot of crap for it because none of his 2015 Game of the Year contenders were actually 2015 games.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of continuing that joke of all of his 2016 games of the year being from super old and super dumb.
I think like half of mine were from at least the year before.
Yeah.
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 I think Persona was on mine.
Persona was one of yours, but like all of his were. And so I was like, wait, you didn't have a single 2015 game in your 2015 games of the year.
He's like, that's because they all sucked and I had to go back and play games from the 90s.
Yeah. No, it's also because he's British and poor.
I see. I like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, okay? That was a good game.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Not a good game in 2016 necessarily.
That's debatable. Maybe I'll get it and see if it holds up.
Oh God.
I think it might be better than the 2016 Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That's fair.
Hey, 90s Spyro held up better than the new Spyro that came out. It was like 5 years ago or something. The new one was terrible. It was a co-op on NG, and I'm like, oh cool, but you're like tethered together and you can't split screen it, but the screen keeps like twisting. It was the worst thing in the world. And I'm like, can we just go back to the 90s and play the good Spyro because this sucks?
Just take turns and play the good Spyro.
Yeah, but we want to play together. That's not the point.
Sit in the same room and play together.
No, it's not the same. Not the same thing at all.
Oh my God, just be a backseat driver. That's all you gotta do.
I will.
Gamer. While he's playing.
Okay. Next question. Next question comes from @thecollectivegc on Twitter. It says Trevor mentioned Bloodstained. Did he play Castlevania Symphony of the Night?
Yeah, that was actually the first thing I really did of note in the Kind of Funny community. Was I was on the Castlevania Symphony of the Night book club, rest in peace, video game book club, where they gave they brought in a few people each month to discuss a game. And that was the first time I played it. It was me, Colin, and my friend Nathan Swisher on that episode. The fourth guy couldn't make the time that they ended up selecting. Yeah, that was my introduction to. That was the first Castlevania game I'd even played. Really enjoyed it. And so when they kind of did the Bloodstained Kickstarter a couple months later, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and back that a little bit. So yeah, that's my history with Castlevania.
I don't think I've ever played that. I'm also a pretty bad nerd though, so.
That's fair. I mean, like I missed it because it came out around the same time as like Final Fantasy VII, and I was a big JRPG nerd for the PlayStation 1, so I didn't like it was basically my JRPG station, and I didn't play anything really else on it, so that's why I had missed Castlevania for so many years.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't. Yeah, no, I admit it. I'm a bad nerd. It didn't pop up in my queue of things to play. So, like if my dad wasn't interested in it, I didn't get it. So.
Well, it's available on your Vita.
We'll see.
I think other games in the genre have built upon it, and I think it gets by a lot on like nostalgic love for it being kind of the first big standout. That was kind of my big thing against Colin. Was like I was like, yeah, it's a good game, but not in like 2015 standards.
Right.
I think games like Guacamelee kind of picked up the ball and ran with it, or you even see stuff like the Arkham games kind of build on the Castlevania, the Metroidvania formula and do it in the 3D space. I think better than Symphony that I did.
Yeah, I'm a big Arkham fan, so.
Sorry, but that's how I feel.
No one's gonna fight you.
Oh, people will.
Not here. At AL Fighter 27, our bestie Alex, our bae, our Persona bae. He wanted to know about your hair products, and I was like, dude, we already answered that. You gotta rewind. But he wants to know how not to miss your internet friends so much.
How to
not miss them.
Get online and play Overwatch with me, Alex, instead of sleeping or getting drunk all night.
Yeah, wait, hold up. Neither of you have played Overwatch with me.
I've only played Overwatch with people once, so.
Okay, fine. You're excused.
I'm sorry, I haven't gotten around to it.
I think every time I see somebody online that's like, I need some people to play Overwatch with, I'm like, meet Amanda. And I tag Amanda, and I'm like, Amanda, step in here. Connecting people for Overwatch for a long time. The girl that doesn't play it. I played for like 5 seconds, okay?
Other than that, Alex, invite your friends on your podcasts if you have a podcast. That's how you do it.
I think that like once a month we should do a Kind of Funny Best Friends Google Hangout where we all just come in and hang out, because I know that the Comedy Button does that, where there's a group in the Comedy Button Facebook group that will get together and they'll just go hang out whenever. Someone's like, hey, I'm bored, let's go Google Hangout together, or Skype call or whatever. So
yeah, I love that idea.
Skype us, Alex. We want to see your face on somewhere other than Snapchat.
You could have joined in earlier, back when Nikki sent out the link to the Google Hangout instead of YouTube.
But you were probably sleeping or drinking beer.
At 11 o'clock. Oh, well, it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon for him. Yeah. No, he's probably sleeping. That's Alex.
Yeah. No, it's Alex, so he's probably not sleeping. He's like never sleeping.
He's probably Snapchatting his not sleeping.
That's true.
He's just like staring off into space.
He was feeling sick this last weekend. I felt bad, and I just wanted to send him loves. So.
He what?
He was feeling bad this week, like sick.
He wasn't having a good week. He was not having a good week. Okay. Love you, Alex.
I heard syphilis.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god.
I'm not feeling great from that. Christian wants to know where your Trevor Trove merch is.
I might have something for RTX. I might be bringing something along. It has not arrived yet, so I didn't want to like tip my hand on it. But yeah, I picked up a little something that I will be bringing along for just a dumb little thing.
Yay! Awesome. Speaking of merch, we had 2 sales go on for our shirts. They're not on sale anymore. If you want one, tweet us, let me know. I can reopen it. All you need to do is have one person buy, and I can send them out again. But we did get a few pictures of people wearing their shirts. And
they look awesome.
Yeah, Nidu and Nathan, I think, tweeted us, and they were awesome. We love them. If you have a shirt, send us a selfie, because we want to see it. It's great. I'm going to go back to questions.
As soon as it gets here.
I'm going to go back to the questions that we had before I took a bunch of other pictures, because I forgot. I was like, there's 2 more, I know it. So Amy wanted to know what your first memory of playing video games were, and how's your Lippy holding up?
Is the Lippy thing, was that to me or was that to you guys?
That's probably to you.
It's like, I don't know what Was I having a problem with my lippy? I don't even.
No. She just wants to know if it's holding up through the show.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Right.
Got it. It's a thing you guys call lipstick. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's an Irish form of lipstick.
Ah.
Or
well, I think it's okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No need to reapply.
Okay. My first gaming memory, it's probably like my parents had an Atari 2600, so like it's probably playing Pong with my dad. I definitely remember playing Pitfall back then, and then like when we got our Nintendo, Mario was kind of the go-to, like Mario and Tetris. Old school, like this era of console gaming after kind of after the market crashed on gaming for a little bit with like E.T. Was kind of right when I got into it, probably when I was like 2 or 3. Very young, very early gamer, and kind of been gaming ever since.
Nice. Yeah, I think mine was the original Nintendo. My dad had Mario for it, and we would play that. And I would sit on the edge of his bed and play it because they had a little TV in their room that was probably about like the size of my laptop screen, and I would have to hold my hands out as far as I could while sitting on the bed to like get the cord to reach all the way, because like if I pulled it off of the TV, like the console onto the floor, and then it wasn't that long of a cord.
Yeah.
But yeah, sitting in their room playing it, I would get like probably about an hour if I got my homework done. And that was it.
I have a very vague memory of my sister's grandparents, and I know that sounds weird, but it does work, had a TV and a NES, and I remember playing Duck Hunt in the basement. But like that's just like, totally vague. So I guess my real memory is, so my mom wasn't like a big fan of video game systems and like having them in the house. So if I went over to someone else's house and played them, it was fine because she didn't know what I was doing anyway. So I would go over to my best friend's house and we would sit on her waterbed. And I remember this because she had a waterbed and she had a Lion King comforter on it. And the two of us would sit on the end and be like looking up at the SNES, and because it was like mounted on a TV like on almost on the ceiling, and it like just playing Mario. That's like what I remember the most, just like the whole comforter and the waterbed shaking and being really little and just like sitting there all day long, and then her dad coming in and being like, okay, you guys should probably go outside now.
Yeah, that's the thing I love now, because my mom always growing up would be like, no, you should go out and play with friends. And so now that like all of my friends are like internet people that I met through video games, she's like, okay, well I guess you gave me what I wanted, fine.
I guess you're playing with your friends.
So when she's like,
Mom,
you're traveling again? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hang out with friends, like you wanted, Mom.
Right? I'm going outside. Hey, we took you to a park, okay?
Yeah, absolutely you did.
Yeah. We make sure you get cultured in San Francisco. So I think we have 2 more questions, and we're going to get through them because we've been going for a while, and that is totally fine. Nathan Swisher at OCR_Melkor on Twitter says, why do you hate Final Fantasy X so much?
This is another ongoing. Nathan, as I mentioned, did the Symphony Night book club with me, and when I did the Kind of Funny Games cast, like we talked about like must-have Vita games, and Final Fantasy X and X-2 had like just come out, or Tim was talking about getting them, and I was like, no, you can pass on that, and I think Colin basically echoed the sentiment. It's not that I hate Final Fantasy X, it's that it just pales in comparison to a lot of the other Final Fantasy games. So like Final Fantasy for me is, you've got like great games like 6, 4, 9, and 7 are like great. You can have fun with those. And then you've got like really bad games for me, like 13 and 12 and 8. And then you've got like kind of all the games that kind of are just in the middle. Some of them were forgettable, some of them are bad but have good moments, and I would say that Final Fantasy X, it falls in that camp. It's probably like one of the, like, since it's the last real like active time battle system, I really enjoy the combat in that game, but the story is bad. The voice direction is horrible and atrocious, and like that is the game that cemented for me that Final Fantasy is more interested in making very pretty games as opposed to compelling games with good story, as opposed to like earlier iterations like 6 and 7 and 9. I think had some really good solid stories, even if they could get convoluted at times. But with Final Fantasy X, it was like, look at how pretty this game is. Look at all of our graphics and how amazing these videos look. And now we're going to have Tidus laughing like ha 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 infamously badly, and nobody like saw that and was like, hey, let's get another take of that, because that just seems stupid. So that's my thoughts on Final Fantasy X. It's not that I hate the game, it's just that it's not as good as it should be, or as others in the series are.
Subpar compared to others out there.
Yes.
As you were describing, like, you're like, oh, it's really pretty. I was like, so like that scene with Tidus and Yuna in the water with the lights and the sky and all that stuff, and then you're like, ha ha, and I was like, oh, so that scene where they were fake laughing, and he was just like, I immediately was like, oh, I know that, oh, I know that.
Yep.
But I've never finished the game, so do you want to ruin it for me? Because I don't want to play it at all. So if you could just enlighten me at what happens at the end of that game, that'd be great.
They all die.
I mean, well, yeah, spoiler for about a 15-year-old game then. Tidus is a dream of the faith, so he's basically like part of like a summon. So yeah, when you defeat Sin, he basically fades away, and like he got pulled into that day at Spira as part of like Braska's summon, I think is what it was. I mean, it gets a little convoluted in the end too, but that's as best as I remember it. So basically, like it ends with a very touching, like their love story kind of ends because he's not real, and so he like so Yuna loses him. But then they kind of allude to, and then Final Fantasy X-2 is all about her trying to find the real him in modern day Spira. So yeah, it was a little sad. It very much becomes like there's like an image there that is very reminiscent of like Patrick Swayze in Ghost, where like he's holding her and then just kind of like fades into nothing behind her. Yeah.
Okay.
Spoilers on Final Fantasy X.
Oh no! How will we live?
Old game spoilers.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm sure Nate, if he's watching, is going to explain all of the things I said wrong there at some point to me on Twitter.
Hey, I played the game. Let's just say you're right. That's what do I remember. So lightning round follow-up question from him. Amanda, you're going to have to answer for me because I don't know the answer. He says, what's everyone's most played Overwatch character?
Oh, Nikki played as Tracer. She played like 4 rounds as Tracer, so that's Nikki's
like
most played
maybe
Overwatch character, Tracer.
I think I've got like half an hour into Pharah. It's either Pharah or Mercy, and I don't have much time in either because I'm still playing around and like trying a whole bunch of different characters so far. But yeah, I think Pharah is who I'm leaning towards for offense and Mercy for support.
Nice.
And I'm Diva Mercy, and I think it might be Mercy on the console just because Sean plays Bastion and it is not a good time for the other team. So yeah, so support and tank. Support tank.
Good to know. Last question of the day comes from Cameron Abbott, one of our good friends at Unsexiest Comedy on Twitter. Says, favorite song from the Final Fantasy series or best soundtrack to Final Fantasy game?
My favorite song is Celeste's theme. I think I say Celeste now. I said Seals when I was growing up. From Final Fantasy VI, that's the aria from the infamous opera scene that like stands out as like even the original like very like 16-bit style music was great, and like orchestrations that they've made of it at the Distant Worlds events and stuff in the time sense, it's like, holy shit, this is an opera in a video game. That's neat. So yeah, that one stands out. I'd say like runners up would be like Aerith's theme from Final Fantasy VII.
Awesome. I've only played Final Fantasy X, so I don't have any info on that.
Return to Xanarkand is a good one in there. The kind of the opening theme of that one, the piano.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, does the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack count? Because
I think Simple and Clean is really good.
Cameron also said that with the Patrick Swayze and Ghost reference, Lipstick Nerds just got 10% cooler. So I'd like to publicly announce that Lipstick Nerds is 110% cool now.
Yay!
Hooray!
Nice. All right. So that about wraps it up for our show today. That's the end of our questions. Amanda, where can we find you on the internet?
So you can find me at a lot of places. At AKA Amanda Kane is probably the easiest one, considering I link everything to that. On PSN and Xbox, I'm still under Wake Up Paramore, and I'm not going to spell that because I'll probably spell it wrong. So
does Paramore have a U?
Yes.
Okay.
Just somewhere in it.
Well, I can spell it if you want me to.
Wake up, Paramor.
Yeah, so like the right way to spell it. And then you can also find me working on LiveLock stuff at Play LiveLock on Twitter. Also .com if you feel like typing it into your Google search bar. Yeah, and that's where I am. And also, side note, I would also like to thank Miranda because she is awesome and totally just snagged me a Spider-Gwen without the mask but hood on from Walgreens, and she's shipping it to me, and I'm so excited.
So I have a side note on your side note. I'm in love with how awesome the internet is and how great it is to have friends all over because, so you got your Spider-Gwen, and that is totally cool. And then this last week, one of my friends at work mentioned to me the raspberry-filled powdered sugar Hostess donuts, and we apparently don't have them in California anymore because I can't find them, so I tweeted out if anyone had them. And good friend Michael Martin was like, we have those in Washington, but we don't have the cinnamon ones. And I'm like, oh, I have cinnamon. I'll trade you. So he is now sending me the raspberry powdered filled, and I'm sending him the cinnamon donuts. So I love this community.
Yay, internet.
Fulfilling dreams.
And friggin' Simon sends us Tim Tams like all the time, all the way from Australia.
Without being prompted, and we still haven't finished the rest of those. You left me with 3/4 of them.
He picked up the Apple ones for us too. I told him not to ship them for a while though, because I was like, don't hurry up and ship them because like that's got to be really expensive, like shipping stuff all the way from Australia.
I'm sure.
Wait till I get 4.
Trevor, where can we find you on the internet?
At Snarky Starkey on Twitter. That's Snarky without an E, and Starkey does have an E. And then TrevorTrove.com is my website where you can find my daily ramblings about video games.
Awesome. Good stuff. You can find me at HarleyQuinn103 on Twitter, Instagram, PlayStation Network, Snapchat, anywhere and everywhere, because I am hopefully the only one that has it. You can find us, the Lipstick Nerds, at Lipstick Nerds on Twitter, and you can email us, lipsticknerdsmlg@gmail.com. We are on Podbean and iTunes. Go give us a little thumbs up or whatever, 5-star, whatever you do on iTunes. Rate us.
I think it's 5 stars.
5 stars? Yeah.
Oh, should we tell them about?
I need to be able to like log into iTunes to do it, but yes.
Tell them about what?
Podbean. Sorry, like as I was saying that, my computer started freezing, so it was like, okay, Nikki is saying something, but I don't know what's happening, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
So we had a little Podbean issue so I posted 3 episodes in one day at the very beginning of the month, and so that took up all of our space, which is why the next 4 episodes are coming out pretty late. So now I'm only going to post 1 episode a week, so they're nice and spaced out, even though they're going to be like a month behind. That's fine. We'll catch up. One day, I'll have a little extra space.
Until then, go watch the video versions on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Go watch those.
See our lovely mixed lipstick job.
Yeah, then you can see the lipstick, not just hear about it. And thank God yours didn't get all the way up onto your forehead like Sean did.
And we also make funny faces while we're recording, so you can see our wild hand motions.
Oh, speaking of Sean and makeup on his forehead, you remember if I said it on the podcast, if I swear to God, if he gets red lipstick on my carpet, I was going to murder him? Sean Allen better watch his goddamn back, because I found some red lipstick on my gray carpet, and I'm gonna murder him. I'm coming for you, Sean.
Poor also robots.
He'll be poor when I get done with him. All right, so that has been episode 47 of the Lipstick Nerds podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.